Welcome, welcome. We're gonna try out some memery today, cause fun stuff. Basically, I played somebody doing this in seasonal a while ago, and I just never got around to making the deck, um, for various reasons. But I feel like with Gurnikora really heavy on ladder right now, and our Toad, being our Todd, however you want to pronounce him, also being fairly prevalent. I feel like this is a fun way to play around some obnoxious things your opponent might try to do. And it's just like a good general swarm deck. Basically, we're just going to play as many Centurion Royal Guards through as many rounds as possible in as many ways as we can possibly do it. um, oh, you know who we should do instead of Vernon Roach? Is Triss. Triss gets us another teleport. Okay, sorry. I was like, I didn't love him here, but we're gonna do him anyway. So Voltes is basically in here a little bit as like a decoy. I know Fuchsia did a really great brief on this. Fuchsia Briefs did a really great video on this with like triple Sienna with Voltes playing out a whole bunch of Centurion Royal Guards for a whole bunch of points, which is cool, but it is a bit memey, and it is like relies on a single round. So here instead we're going for Ronvid offering to replay from prior rounds, using a Dahlia as well for an extra play, Operator for another one, then Decoy to play one back out, and then something from our deck, Reinforcements to get another copy, Blue Stripes create copies at the bottom of our deck that we grab with Oniro and Amphibious, and then I'm actually gonna trim out Boiling Oil for Drummer. Just gotta be careful with the break on Nautilus. You're just getting Amphib or Reinforcements, but here since I added Triss, I want a better option to hopefully get Teleportation, where you're able to replay the lowest value Centurion Royal Guard card into a higher value. So, yeah, Pavetta we don't need either, huh? Okay, 1 second. We went through a few changes here. I'm actually going to go for Vandegrift just because he gives you a little bit of round control. But you could go for Snowdrop or Knickers here just for consistency. Kind of up to you. Let's go. Oh. And of course we have to leave Voltes as our leader here because he's such a clutch play now. I'm so glad this massive rework they gave to this legendary card has just been nerfed into the ground. I don't know. They gotta make way for power creep, right? Like they have to somehow hope that they can get value out of Tiseo. Even though it's not likely to happen. Tiseo is great in seasonal right now, but by the time this video goes up, seasonal will have only like a couple hours left, so I'm not bothering to do that. So much fun! Oh, I love Nilfgaard. They're just so much fun to play against. Alright, so we actually get both our tutors plus decoy here. I'm just kind of looking for Operator at this point. We'll put him back. Offering's not helpful because we don't have Ronvid yet. We will plan to get it though. I genuinely have no idea what to do about the skeleton here. So I guess we'll just ignore him. You gotta love Northern Realms. Okay, so the most important plays to get out here, probably Ronvid and Adalia for the extra copy. Operator is also really helpful, so you could make this decision. But we have the chance of getting him later, and we do have we only have one in hand actually, so follow your heart. We're just going to start with Ronvid because he does need to come out. Doesn't really matter when that happens. We want to put probably Reinforcements back or Amphib if we draw into Nautilus, because we somewhat brick here. Weird choice. The opponent's going to get double Ronvids, which I guess is cool. I don't really understand why they would do that, but who am I? Just a mere pleb. Let's go for operator. I actually kind of want to save Adalia given what's already happening in this round. Note that offering is damage a unit, so it can be your own or enemies. So that's why Ronvid's in here. Gotta love it. I love every time in this season when Nilfgaard gets really good. It's so much fun. It's like the most fun I ever have in Gwent. Oh my gosh. Just good quality Gwenty times. Look, we really like 2 strong rounds here, so we're just gonna take the pass. So Blue Stripe Scout serves a few purposes. He does give you extra copies of Sentry and Royal Guards, which is moderately helpful. I think probably good in like a super long round where you're expecting a future long round. Alright, we do get a Dahlia here, which is probably clutch. But he's also a soldier, but since we have a Dahlia tutoring out one, we won't really need him. We'll keep that. Teleportation is helpful here with the Megascope. I don't know how clutch it actually is, but we'll go for it anyway. And we want to hold Amphib here probably for our good friend Vandergrift. This gets us a shield. To high roll onto Oniro. Holy crap. And just an unimpeded Damien to know like, oh, I can do whatever I want. And a high roll onto it again? What the? What is happening right now? What have we done to offend the Gwent powers that be? I don't know. Then one of them hunters kind of useless here. Lock doesn't really mean anything at all. Let's just go for the bleed on Adalia. And somehow playing 8 billion cards. What the heck? Oh, because they got double Oniro that play? Holy shite. I've seen it all, friends. Kahir is a massive problem. So that's fun. Shit. Cool, I guess. Let's put back a Dahlia because she's value. Vandergrift's great here. I regret not including Baron. Yeah, we should probably just forfeit at this point. But, you know how I play. Deeper into the abyss. Should go up by 2. 3, I forget it's a 3 boost. Ugh. Well, we can at least see how this is going to go. So I love the Adalia play here with the shield because it usually will stay alive if the opponent doesn't have 8 billion cards played in one single turn and getting double Oniro. But assuming that doesn't happen, jeez, the lucky roll. Oh, it's good times. Well, let's just see how high we can go. this round. We're going to lose this no matter what. There's not really any way coming back from this. Alright, we haven't spawned the third copy here, so not eager to replay anything yet. Amphib at this point probably gets us just a blue stripe scout, so we'll just do that. Does come out pre-boosted, so Kahir doesn't get that value. Which is a weird mechanic in a lot of ways, but I don't know why you're continuing to play. I clearly have like one good play here. Jeez. Alright, so once you've got the extra copies down, you can go for your reinforcements. You just want to get as many down as possible. So we'll just play this one dry from our hand. It doesn't really matter what we do here. I don't think there's any coming back from this. But so it is with meme decks. Okay, cool. Now we can just do whatever we want. Opponent roping pretty hard for somebody who just... That should have been played first just so we had the extra copy. So, lessons learned. Actually, I'm going to take out full test. I don't think the carryover to future rounds is all that helpful. It kind of just clogs the deck. And instead, we'll go for Bloody Baron. So that would have won us that game. And we will cycle in a 5 provision. Let's go for artifact compression. Just to give us some options. Kahir is probably a great card right now against Gord. I don't feel like Syndicate's getting all that much play. It's a fun deck against like Bloody Mistress stuff, but that's about it. It's not great against Scoia'tael by any means. It really struggles. Scoia'tael's pretty prevalent on ladder right now. famous last words. How does monsters get 2 logs? Artifact compression and Darge, is that what they use? Okay, these just aren't helpful till he's dead. Which could happen, but I doubt it since he's a 1-point bounty. And we have the great misfortune of not drawing into single Centurion Royal Guard, so that's fun. So I'll just play out Ronvid here. A Guara? Oh, to remove the lock? Smuggle's such a weird card. Might be looking for some kind of card that gives death blow. I don't know. Far be it from me to understand. Well, we got both of our tutors, but I don't really want to play them right now. So I think we just let Blue Stripe Scout brick here. I was expecting like a confession extractor or something. Alright, Bloody Baron might be able to seal the deal on this round for us. I just want to tutor stuff out mostly here to get stuff out of my deck. So let's just go for a drummer here. And we can grab Vandergrift later. Although Vandergrift's kind of nice. We'll think about it. This catches us back up. Guessing this goes... No, self-poison. Interesting. Opponent just needed to get to 3, I guess. Weird. Let's go for Vandergrift here. We get the win here on evens, plus the carryover of 5 with Vandergrift. I guess the opponent just totally missed all of their draws like we did, but had less flexibility or something. I don't know, he keeps his shield too, so they can't just like delete him. We have both of our tutors and we're still missing the card we really need in hand, which is Centurion Royal Guard. I guess we get it there. I don't really care about Megascope this round. I kind of want one in my graveyard. I think the best way to do that is probably with Operator. So that's who we'll grab right here. We'll just see what the opponent plays. But we're up by 10 here, so I'm hoping to just kind of bully him out. Fairly quickly. I'm actually going to use Decoy to protect the poison and to replay Vandergrift one more time. Okay, that's ironic. The odds of that happening were like 1 in 12. It's basically like a 15-point play if he sticks. Yeah, it never works that well for me either. Looks like the opponent's just sitting here dry with Witchfinder. We're just gonna pass. Force them to go down to 6 cards here. So we get double last say. And Centurions actually might play really well against Bounty's deck. Bit of a weird choice there. I think protecting against the resilience makes some sense, but if you're winning the round and going first as Syndicate, as a Bounties deck, that's actually kind of nice for you. So a little bit strange. All right, the replays are helpful here. I don't know how helpful. I think I'd rather get Reinforcements or Triss or Nautilus over at least just one of them. The Megascopes are nice, but offering is more points. Alright, Nautilus gets us Reinforcements. We do have to worry about a lot of just straight up removal here. We don't have a ton of choices. Amphib here gets us this other Royal Guard. So here we're just going to try to get as many down as possible. I just want to make sure I have 2 down onto the board. We'll use Offering pretty quickly here on Ronvid. Yeah, that was a crazy decoy. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. You know, we should think about decoy in a hyper thin deck. I just had a genius idea. How have we never done that? Like decoy Triss in a hyper thin deck for double damage. Think about it. Alright, this is why we wanted 1 in the graveyard. And this one, protected by the shield, is just good for us. Probably should have gone for Megascope there, because Ronvid wasn't really going to go anywhere, but it just... You never know. Yeah, if you can get it to survive. How fun! Oh, so healthy for the game. Alright, well, we can lock this. Probably the 1 unit worth locking here. Let's see how many leader ability charges they use. None? I'm guessing they're planning to go digging for some coins to spend it with. But they used Kurt already, so their Purify is gone. And we get double Lassay here, so we'll be able to commit Baron to ranged row and get some bleed value off of him if we want to. Probably won't need to, though. Oh, it feels good. This is a horrible misplay, by the way. You really do want that to be sandwiched in between all of these crown splitters. I mean, you had 4 of them. That's an additional point you're missing. Choices, choices. Nice thing about teleportation here, we just kind of get to replay whichever one gets the bounty, because that will inevitably happen. We're going to be off here by 1 no matter what, and it's a loss of 3 points. The opponent doesn't have a way of clearing this off. But that's exactly why we kept it. One thing I like about Megascopes is always like to the right of the Megascope, so you can do it with drummers and get that all lined up nicely, so it's boosting someone to the right. It's not just at the edge of your row. Just really making them work for these bounties. That's basically my game plan here. Junior's annoying. He'll probably kill this one. But I mean, no other real great value coming out of him other than that. All right, we have 2 more that we get to play. This deck could have done a much better job dealing with Kahir. We had 2 answers in Bloody Baron and Artifact Compression. That would have worked. And in this game, I was worried that I would feel like it's too much, but I feel like it's kind of just enough. But we'll see what the opponent plays next. Oh my gosh. He's gonna summon somebody. If he gets to choose, he would want to choose that one, which is a good choice. I think we'll wait to see what the bounty goes on to. We'll save this Amphib Assault. There's no real reason to hold it. We play this one, then we can play Voimir to boost them all. Don't teleport the doomed copy, it disappears forever. This is a weird thing to hold on to. I think we probably want to go for a drummer here. Jeez. We might have wanted to bleed round 2, huh? I don't know. We'll see how I feel by the end. Voimir is just a static 3 points, so there's no real reason to sit on him. We do want Baron to range just because it's more points. The opponent's done here. And Voimir gets us the win. Understand the compulsion to want to save all this stuff for like a good removal in a round where I actually play things, but just wasn't enough for the opponent. We still missed Triss too, so like they drew everything that they could have wanted, I think. I can't think of anything else from that deck that they would have wanted out still. I think they're just struggling round 1 because we didn't play anything worth killing. I think you'd want to play the Scoundrel much earlier, though. Okay. Give me your Kahir BS now, Nilfgaard. I'm ready for it! Alright. I'll probably go for Operator just to create the extra copy. We got 2 of these. That's fun. Ronvid. Let's just put Drummer back. We don't need him. And I'll actually just take this now so we get the Thin. Teleportation I don't need right now. Triss gets us that plenty fine. Alright, let's go Operator here. Don't really need this on here, but I kind of want to make the opponent think that I do. I'd rather keep this alive for the Blue Stripe Scouts, nominally speaking. Am I really ready for Nilfgaard? I don't know. We're about to find out. I kind of like that. I have no idea what Nilfgaard's going to give me these days. But if they have enough ways to like replay all my Centurion Royal Guards, you know, they're going to outpace me with Assimilate and replays of Centurions. But if it's not heavily removal focused and they just have like Brothens and a couple Duchess Informants, I don't know, it's not going to be great. I mean, we're basically sacrificing this whole round for some development later on. I don't know why you damaged that. I guess you just want it. And we just need Ronvid here. I don't know. We'll see. It could go any number of ways. It totally depends on how they built their deck. But like our Todd in this deck is gonna be kind of lame. The other thing about the Veil here is that they can't proc spying onto him, so they can't just play it dry with our Todd. Maybe they want Operator for some weird reason that's unknown to me and the rest of humankind. We have Nautilus for Amphib to get out probably Vandegrift here, I think. It just bribery onto Triss. Nilfgaard getting all the luck today, dude. The fact that they got like the 3 out of 8 draw twice, just like what, 3 out of 8 times 3 out of 8. Onto Nero last game. Absolutely broken. Let's just see if they have an answer for it. I think this is a good way to force their hand a little bit in terms of point value. But he kind of... The resilience units just kind of cover your bacon. So if the opponent plays big point value here and can't remove, then they can't just dry pass round 2 because we'll have carryover. Vandergrift really is one of the better ones because you really do have to purify him. Yeah, this evinces a total inability to understand how locks work. Everybody gets to make choices. Yeah, I think 16 points is a bit rough for us here. There's no reason for us to really squeeze this one out, so just take the pass. The opponent didn't have an answer to the Vandergrift here, so hopefully he sticks. And we keep artifact compression, Triss. I don't think I even used Oniro. Nope. So we have some good options. And we got some reasonable thin going there with Nautilus, although we did add back in Centurion Royal Guards, but they obnoxiously go to the bottom of your deck. I don't really want teleportation yet. I want that for a longer round. Ho hum, ho hum. Hum drum, hum drum, hum. So it's like too good of a hand. Kind of makes me anxious. See what the opponent opts to do here. Okay, this makes sense. What I'm actually gonna do here, because I feel spicy today. Well, let's get this down first. Then let's do the. Then we're gonna want to do the decoy. I wanted to get this down, that way we have a copy of one and Ronvid down. In the event that we draw into offering or reinforcements, megascope, or teleportation. Just want options here. Alright, artifact compression is pretty dope against Glynis. Oh my gosh! We are gifted! We have the greatest skills! Yeah, 8 card, 3 combination, any order is 1 in 120. Well, so it would be 3 out of 8 times 3 out of 8, right? So it'd be like 9 out of 64. Because you have a 3 in 8 chance of drawing it the first time, and then 3 in 8 the second time. Is that wrong? Well, but it's not. Why would it be a permutation, though? Chairman's schooling me in math. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just learn me good. I don't think it would be a permutation because the number of cards is not altered because he pulled it both in one play, right? Maybe we can get that later. Nominally we're going for teleportation here, so this is the second half. Ugh, this is rough. Really do want to get out of this though. So I'm actually going to commit leader this round. And then hold amphib. Those two are kind of both equal. I wasn't talking about bribery. It was the double cross. But bribery twice would have been, yeah, I agree. Because bribery is just out of the whole deck. But I'm just talking about the first game with double cross. He had a 3 in 8 chance of showing Oniro, right? It's a really shitty Artaud. It's like a 5-point Artaud. I guess you get the Glennis play on it, but kind of trash. This is a great leader. This is like a double, possibly triple. Yep, triple assimilate. Holy crapolini! Too many locks for me to feel comfortable about Baron. Let's just hamper this engine a little bit here. It's only a 10-point play, which doesn't get me there, so that's what I'm saying. So let's go for Triss onto hopefully. Offering is better than teleportation. This is a 1-point engine. This is 3 points, so this is better. And just like that, we're right back in it. Bring it, Nilfgaard. Oh, gross. Gross, 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 gross. Oh, Baron's the best way to get rid of him, but I just don't think he's going to survive, so. Let's just take the lead. Yeah, no offensive Northern Realms Purify for the win. This is 6 points. Yeah, neither of these are enough. If he sticks, he's still 7 points. Heat wave's gone. Getting brutalized by losing on even. This is a good way to play around that, by the way. Who knew Assimilate would get good? Oh my gosh. This is... It's not coming back, so this is just like an 8-point play. 8-point play. And we lose. Sucks, because we had Vandegrift that the opponent couldn't do anything about. So much fun. Should have used artifact compression on Glynis earlier. Oh well. Anyway, fun deck. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. If you have thoughts, ideas, objections, insertions, etc. Let me know. Until next time, though, good luck on the path. Get out there. Keep on Gwenting. Bye for now.